Okay, so in this video we are going to be talking about social media, market segmentation, and how these two things relate to VDM and why VDM is so influential and so big in Nigeria today. Now, I remember when I was a child, there was nothing like social media back then. So I know in Africa is a region where we are short of information. We don't really have information in Africa. Yeah, so back then as a child, the only thing we had to get our information was TV and radio. And you know, TV and radio is being controlled by the people in power. So any narrative that they want to push about what goes on in the country, the only place we can get information from is just TV and radio. But with the invention of social media has really opened our eyes to know what is really going on in the country, you know, give us real-time information as to what is going on. Now, if you look at VDM as a person, VDM has been able to answer 3 questions, and I'm going to be giving us these questions. The first question is, who is VDM? Which means VDM has been able to answer who he really is on the inside, which means VDM has been able to achieve self-mastery and self-discovery, which means he now knows who he really is. The second question now is, why was VDM created? Which means he has been able to understand why he was created. So you get. And the third question is, for what purpose was he created for? Which means he now understands the purpose why he was created. So that is the reason why VDM is so successful. And I believe that Nigerians out there, if you've still not found success, ask yourself these 3 questions. Why were you created? Who are you? Why were you created? And for what purpose? I can guarantee you that if you can answer these 3 questions, success, you will not be looking for success anymore. Success is going to locate you wherever you are. So, social media, market segmentation, and how it all relates to VDM. Let's move quickly into the video and we'll do some detailed explanation. Now, this is Meta AI. I can just highlight it for you. That's Meta AI. I like Meta AI because Meta AI is very unbiased. It doesn't take sides. If somebody is wrong, it will tell you this person is wrong. If somebody is right, it will tell you this person is right. Now, this is the question I asked Meta AI. I said, Meta AI, please give me a brief description of social media. And this is what he said. He said, social media is online platforms and apps that let people create, share, and interact with content and each other in real time. Now, it moved further to say, key parts: user-generated content, post videos, photos, comments made by users, not just the platform. Okay. Networks, you can connect with friends, followers, creators, and communities. Two-way interaction, unlike TV or radio. Now look at that sentence there. Unlike TV or radio. You remember TV and radio, they're just one way, which means there is a broadcaster somewhere and we are the receivers. So in that communication, funnel, there was no way for us to say, oh, I like what AIT is saying, I like what OGTV is saying, I like what LTV is saying. No, we couldn't like their show, we couldn't comment, we couldn't share with another person. Once the broadcaster has finished broadcasting, the information goes off. That's how it is. But with social media now is different. If a content comes your way, you can choose to say, okay, I like this content, drop a comment, share it with somebody. So you can see how extensive social media is now and why it is a blessing to Africa. So these are just briefs on social media. And they said the examples are TikTok, Instagram, X, Facebook, and YouTube. We all know all these platforms. So let's move right on. So, and I said, okay, how does this relate with market segmentation? Now, social media and market segmentation go hand in hand because social media platforms give you direct access to segmented groups based on behavior, interest, and demography. So you see that. Now, what is segmented? Segmented simply means selected or filtered. That's what is called market segmentation, which means out of the general market, out of general population, you now filter out, okay, these are the people I want that will be interested in my content. Please, only these people I want in my audience. That's what it's called, segmented, which means filtered and selected. Let's move on. Here's how they connect. Social media provides data for segmentation. Platforms track what people like, watch, follow, comment on, and buy. That gives you 4 types of segmentation without running a survey. Now, if you are a social media user, you must be aware that these social media platforms, the longer you stay on their platform, the more information the social media takes from you concerning what you like, the kind of niche you like watching. Like, let's say you are watching a video, maybe you are watching a video about sports, swimming, lifestyle, humanitarian, maybe people like Christina Amanpour, Very Dark Man, Justice Crack, so many other people, or maybe you are a musician, Burna Boy, Wizkid, Davido, all of them. So the more you stay on social media, the more social media can pinpoint what kind of content do you like to pay attention to. If you are someone that likes to pay attention to Very Dark Man, the social media platform, if you notice it very well, the algorithm is going to start showing you more of Very Dark Man's video. Even if it's not the one that he posted, it's going to be showing you more that relates to Very Dark Man. If you are someone who is into music, you love music, it will be showing you more of Davido, Burna Boy, Wizkid, Olamide, all those kind of video. Yeah, so social media takes information from you based on your like, interest, and behavior. Yeah, or also demographics. So it uses that information to be able to know, okay, what kind of adverts should they show you, what kind of videos should they recommend to your timeline so that you can watch and stay longer on their platform. Now, let's move further. Demographic, like I've said, age, gender, location. I think this is self-explanatory. You can look at it at your free time. Psychography, interest, values, lifestyle. Someone following fitness, crypto, and K-pop is segmented in, like I've said, is self-explanatory. Let's move further. Behavioral, purchase history, engagement level, video watch time, ad clicks. Yeah, if people clicked on a certain kind of ad, the social media platform is going to be showing more ads that are related to that kind of, like, let's say I am on Instagram now and I clicked a cryptocurrency ad. The next time I'm on social media is going to be showing me more of cryptocurrency adverts because they know that I clicked on one earlier. So they're going to be showing me more of cryptocurrency or anything financial related, like forex, investment, and all that. Yeah. So geographic, country, city, even postal codes or ads. Yeah. So I believe you can just go through it. Because of our time, I don't want to run through everything. So I'll just skip through all this. Maybe at your free time, you can just you can look at the prompts, type it in your Meta AI, or you can type it in ChatGPT. And I can assure you, ChatGPT and Meta AI, they will give you an unbiased response. So now let's go straight to, okay, now how does this relate to Very Dark Man and his influence in Nigeria? Now, Very Dark Man, aka Martins Vincent Ote, is a good case study of social media plus market segmentation in Nigeria. He carved out a clear segment, which means he knew the kind of audience he wanted. Like he's always saying, he doesn't need social media, he doesn't need anybody's validation. He knows who he wants, and he knows the kind of people he wants to attract. Now, Very Dark Man did not try to appeal to everybody. Exactly. Which means if you don't like him, it's not by force. You don't have to listen to him. Sure, you get. He targets content, his content targets demographic, mostly Nigerian youth, 18 to 35, active on TikTok, Instagram, and X. Sure, you can see that. So, out of the general population of 200 million Nigerians, Very Dark Man is just looking for a select few. How many people does he have on social media? I think he has up to 20 million people on social media. That's like 10% of the population. Why won't he have that kind of influence in Nigeria? So please stop the hate, man. Let's move on. Psychographic. People who distrust institutions want unfiltered takes on society, politics, and celebrity scandals. So you can see that. Now I'll underline this word. Unfiltered. What does unfiltered mean? Unfiltered means they did not remove one thing, they didn't add anything to it. The way the story is in so and so states is the way VDM brings it to you. It doesn't add anything to it, doesn't take anything from it. So you can see that. Now, for your own free time, you can go through all these things. Now, what am I trying to say in a nutshell? If VDM came out when we are only experiencing TV and radio, I can bet with you that VDM will not be as popular as the way it is today. Because TV and radio, they were just one way communication mediums. But now that social media came out, VDM saw this, he took advantage of it, and he used it to get his audience and air his views. That is why he has so much relevance and so much influence in Nigeria. So please, I want to urge Nigerians, if you are a content creator, you can also use the same technique that VDM used for his own niche, because VDM's niche is a very unique niche. I have looked all over the internet. I have not seen anybody doing what VDM is doing. VDM is doing something unique, and Nigerians appreciate him for it. So please stop the hate. If you are a content creator, it doesn't matter which niche you are in. If you can follow these guidelines that I've shown you in this video, I can guarantee you. And also, if you can answer those three questions that I said in the beginning of this video, I can guarantee you will not look for success. Success will continue to look for you. So please, these are just my thoughts. If you like this video, please like the video, share to a friend, leave a comment. If you don't like the video, you can decide to skip, and we'll see you in the next one.